Dear students, welcome again into Africa University platform to launch advanced writing course that will be run for 6 weeks. I am your instructor Rima, and let's get started. Today's lesson is lesson number 7. In today's lesson, we are going to launch different subjects. First, we are going to talk about paraphrasing and summarizing. Then we are going to talk about number or types of real life writing. Writing at the college level often means integrating ideas from published sources into your own argument. To do this, you can use direct quotes or you can paraphrase and summarize. Paraphrasing and summarizing involve condensing the original text or original source to focus your reader's attention on the specific ideas that support your argument. Generally, paraphrasing and summarizing are considered more sophisticated than quoting because condensing the original source in those ways require a deeper understanding of the original source than simply quoting. So when you learn writing at the academic levels or the college level, you need in order to write your own argument, you need to integrate these ideas from different published sources. Okay, so integrating means to combine two or more things in order to become more effective. So when you use integrating ideas or when you use integrating, you collect ideas from different sources and make these ideas work effectively with or during or within your argument in order to support your argument. So to do this, you can use either ways. Two ways. You have either direct quotes or you can paraphrase and summarize. So quotes is to use when you take another person's words and place them in your own document. These must always be placed inside the quotation marks. These are quotation marks. You put the words that you take from somebody else between those marks, okay? Those marks. So either you use quotation or you use paraphrase and summarize. Paraphrasing and summarizing involve condensing the original source. You condense the original source, that means you compress the original source. You make the size, you try to minimize the size of the original text, okay, in order to summarize it, okay? So, paraphrasing and summarizing involve condensing the original source to focus your reader's attention on the specific ideas that support your argument. You try to paraphrase or summarize the original text to put the attention of your reader only on the most important ideas that you need in order to support your writing, okay? So, generally speaking, paraphrasing and summarizing are considered more selected or more sophisticated. Sophisticated, that means it's more common in use than quoting, okay? Because condensing the original source in those ways require a deeper understanding of the original source than simply quoting. So in order to try to summarize a text, okay, that usually a long text, it needs specific skills. You need to understand the whole text in order to try to summarize it and come up with the most important idea from that text. Okay, let's move to see what is paraphrasing. A paraphrasing is a way of presenting a text keeping the same meaning but using different words and phrasing. Paraphrasing is used with short sections of text such as sentences or paragraphs. So paraphrasing is rephrasing or restating information from another source in your own words without changing the meaning. You need to understand, and you put this information. You're not allowed to change the meaning of the source passage when you are paraphrasing. Okay, so usually we use paraphrasing with short sections and sentences. If you have one block paragraph or a long essay or a long article, okay, and you want to paraphrase this essay, just start by short paragraphs, okay, or short sections. Try to paraphrase each paragraph by itself, okay, then come up with the whole idea of the whole topic, okay. So usually paraphrasing shorter than or the paragraph that you paraphrase it usually should be shorter than the original passage, okay. So why you use paraphrase? We use paraphrase to rewrite someone else's ideas without changing the meaning, okay. This is number one. Also, we use paraphrase to express someone else's ideas in your own words. When you have an argument and you want to support this, you need some ideas, and you need to express these ideas by using your own words. Also, we use paraphrase to support claims in or provide evidence for your writing. So mostly we use paraphrasing when we need to support our writing, and we use other people's resource or others people writings, okay, to bring an evidence or to prove our writing, okay. To write a good paraphrase, you should follow these procedures. So in order to paraphrase well, you need to follow these steps. Number one, read the original text until you understand fully its meaning. So one of the effective steps to paraphrase is to read your text or paragraph and ensure that you understand it, okay. Number two, set the original aside or close the book and write down what you remember about the text. So the second step is to write down your ideas without looking at the original passage, okay. Okay, number three, check your version against the original to make sure you express the essential information accurately. In this step, you need to compare with the original to see whether you are conveying the same meaning, okay? To compare your writing with the original. The next step, which is number four, use quotation marks, indicate any phrase or concept you borrowed from the original. So try to cite citation the original text during or within your writing, okay. Use you can use also synonyms, or you can change the word order of your sentences, okay. Number five, record the source with its page number so you can easily indicate it if you need to incorporate it later into an essay. You need to note this, write down the source so you can easily cite it later, okay. So you can go back. If you record the source with its page number, you can easily go back and cite it later, okay. This is the most important steps to write a good paraphrase, okay. Just follow it and you will come up with an amazing one, okay. What is summarizing? A summary is an overview of a text. So when you are writing a summary, you have a general view for the whole text that you summarize it. So the main idea is given, but details, examples, and formalities are left out. When you are writing a summary, you are includes in your summary only the main idea of someone else writing. So you need to restate the topic sentence in your own words. Okay. So, summary used with longer text, the main aim of summarizing is to reduce or condense a text to its most important idea, and that by make your text much shorter than the original text. Okay, just summarize it to make it much shorter than the original one. Okay, so why we use summary? We use summary to outline the main points of someone else's work in your own words. Okay, this is understood, without the details or examples. So when you are summary, you don't need to write any details or examples in your summary. Okay. We use summary to include an author's ideas using fewer words than the original text. So when you write a summary, you write the author's idea using less words, okay, than the original text. Also, we use summary to briefly give examples of several different points of view on a topic. So when you use summary, if you need and you feel that these examples will support your summary, just write a few number or minimize the number of examples in the summary, okay, as much as you need. Okay. So we also write a summary to support claims in or provide evidence for our writing. So we summarizing when we need to bring or to prove our writing. Okay. So again, summarizing is to make the text less in size. Also, we use the author's ideas using few words. Also, to outline the main points of someone else. Okay. So to write a good summary, you should follow these procedures. Number 1, read the article to find the thesis statement. Read each section a few times to find the topic sentence for each paragraph and the supporting details within this paragraph. So you need to summarize each paragraph to make sure you know what its main points is, or what is the main idea and what is the supporting details. Okay. Read the paragraph again and again until you understood and find out the topic sentence. Okay. Number 2, take notes in your own words. So write down any significant fact or details in your own words to minimize the risk of plagiarizing the article or essay you have to summarize. So to avoid the risk of plagiarism is when you use another person's ideas or work and pretend that it's yours or it's your own. Okay, this is a meaning of plagiarism, and it's not a good thing. Okay, it's like stealing. Okay, so to avoid this kind of error, you need to take your own notes and use your writing your own words. Okay. So number 3, include the thesis and the writer's full name or simply the last name in the introduction. So always acknowledge the original author when using a paraphrase or summary. Okay, always acknowledge the original author. Don't forget to write the thesis name or the writer's name, maybe full name or simply the last name of the writer. Okay, and you can put it between quotations mark. Okay, so this is just follow these steps to write a good summary. So another steps to write a good summary is to review your notes to provide main supporting details as they appear in the paragraph. So try to review the notes that you wrote in order to make sure that it includes supporting details, okay, as it appears in the paragraph. Only write information that is crucial to understand the content of the article. So don't write extra explanation, okay? Just write the main ideas or the main information that will provide understanding to the text, okay? Number 5, in your conclusion, restate the conclusion drawing by the writer of the original. So when you summarize the conclusion, try to restate the topic sentence using the idea of the writer, but using your own words, okay? Restate the topic sentence by using your own words. This is in conclusion. Number 6, always use the writer's tag to indicate that the information doesn't come from you. As an example here, include phrases like John's believes, John's finds that, John's expresses disbelief about. So when you write, when you use the writer's tag is when you use the author's name somewhere in the sentence, okay? After we learned how to paraphrase and summarize a text, we need to practice what we learned. So first thing, you need to read the passage and understand each information about it. After you make sure that you understood this passage, bring a separate sheet of paper. First thing, you need to paraphrase the passage, okay? Write down each information that you understood from this passage using your own words, okay? This is paraphrasing. After you finish paraphrasing, you need to summarize the original passage, not your writing, but the original passage, okay, here. So after you finish summarizing the text, try to come back to see the results. Now I'm going to read the passage, okay? So, original passage. Students frequently overuse direct quotation in taking notes, and as a result, they overuse quotations in the final research paper. Probably only about 10% of your final manuscript should appear as directly quoted matter. Therefore, you should strive to limit the amount of exact transcribing of source materials while taking notes. So this is the passage. Try to start now, okay? Here we have an acceptable use of the source passage. Let's read it and see together. Students often use too many direct quotations when they take notes, resulting in too many of them in the final research paper. In fact, probably only about 10% of the final copy should consist of directly quoted material. So it's important to limit the amount of source material copied while taking notes. So here, first of all, this passage has no citation. A citation such as direct quote or paraphrase or summarize. Okay. Also, it uses too many words or phrases from the original passage, such as, let's see the words that he overused. He used again like direct quotation, okay, take notes or taking notes, resulting also many of citation, okay, final research paper, they used the same in the original. Also, in fact, probably only about 10% of the final, okay, the same, all the same, should consist of directly, should also use the same, directly quoted, okay. the amount, also the word amount used of the source. You can compare this by yourself between the two, the original and this copy, okay? Also source materials while taking notes. He used mostly the same words from the original passage. So this is not correct, okay? When you try to paraphrase, you can't do this or summarize, okay? He fails to change the structure of the sentences also and paragraph, okay? He keeps the same structure. So we all have different styles of writing, and yours will be different also to the author you are reading. So once you understand the main idea of the original text, you can look for new words or new phrases that can be changed, okay? You can use dictionary to find synonyms, for example, okay? That will be very helpful to you. So here let's see the acceptable way of paraphrasing, okay? Let's read together. In the research paper, students often quote excessively, this is a new word, failing to keep quoted material down, okay? Also down, a new word, to a desirable level. Yes, another word also, since the problem usually originates during note-taking. Originates, this is a new word. It's essential to minimize the material recorded verbatim. Verbatim, recorded, essential, all of these are a new word. So you need also, when you paraphrase, you need to change the structure of the sentence, change the word in the sentence without changing the meaning, okay? In this situation, he kept the same meaning but changed the words and phrases, okay, in the sentence. Let's see how the acceptable summarize should be. So, acceptable summarize, students should take just a few notes in direct quotation from source to help minimize the amount of quoted material in a research paper. So, here is such a good summarizing, okay? Because a summary should include only the main ideas of someone else writing, okay? And you need to restate in your own words. You need to restate the main idea in your own words, much shorter than the original text, and always acknowledge the original author when using the paraphrase or summarize, as the situation here. You need always to acknowledge the original author, as the situation here, when you try to paraphrase or when you summarize also, okay? This is a sample of grammatically speaking. Just I want to clarify this point because it's very important to acknowledge or to write the writer's information, okay? The original text or the author of the original text information. So when we want to mention that somebody else has said, okay, we can choose either direct speech or indirect speech. So direct speech, use the exact words someone has said, okay, which is put in quotes, as in the example here. Sirant Green stated that there, and it started from here, okay? It starts from this quotation marks, okay? That there appears to be as many arguments for outsider research as against. So finish, okay? Here the finish of the quotation marks. So when we want to use direct speech, just use this. Note the exact words that the author has used have to be put between quotation marks. Okay, we got this. يعني الكلمات اللي قالهم الكاتب بالضبط راح ينحطوا بين quotation marks. تمام. That indicate where they start and finish. Okay, البداية والنهاية. تمام. And we need to put first of all the author's surname, اسم أو لقب الكاتب. Okay, the year of the source publication سنة اللي إصدر فيها الكتاب. أوكي، وهنا اسم الكاتب، لاحظوا معي، سوري، سيرانت جرين. أوكي، سيرانت جرين هذا اسم الكاتب. أوكي، بعدين قلنا the author's surname, the year of the source publication كتبناها, and the page number. لاحظوا هنا page number, page P38. okay, which the quotes appear need to be mentioned. okay, انتبهوا للنقطة هذه لما حابين تديروا acknowledge for the writer. When we use indirect speech, also we called reported speech, which is reports what someone has said. Okay, it used where we make changes to the words that were originally written. يعني we change the author's words. Okay, we use our words. Okay, so which is why we find it in paraphrases. So we need to write the name of the writer, of the author, and the year of the book publisher. okay, and we start after that. okay, لاحظ ان there is no quotation marks. okay, note that there is no quotation marks. So starting from outside research seems to have the same number of benefits and so on until you finish the whole words. okay, so there is no quotation mark, you just write the idea of the author by using your own words. okay, this is in the second part of the lesson. We are going to talk about the types of real life writing. Real life writing. Life writing is form of autobiographical writing. According to Patty Miller, life writing is non-fiction writing on subjects of personal experience and observation. It includes autobiography, biography, memoirs, personal essay, and travel and sojourn writing. It's very personal writing about your life or another person's life. It's non-fictional writing, which is done on the basis of observation and personal experience. When we do live writing, we are using our memory and using our powers to describe and tell a story in a certain manner which shows our creativity. There are different types of live writing such as personal essays, interviews, testimony, diary, letters, blogging, emailing, autobiography, biography, journal writing, memories or memoirs, and etc. It's made up of different texts which includes fictional and non-fictional, which are connected by a common theme, which is self or life. Almost everything is live writing since it is a combination of different genres into one. Most of all, live writing has proved to be such a powerful tool since it has the ability to increase the development and growth of a person. How did you find live writing? Live writing is the blanket term used to describe all written non-fiction recordings of memories. This includes biographies, autobiographies, memoirs, diaries, and blogs, personal essays, and collections of letters or emails. It does what it says on the tin. Live writing is writing about life. So as you can see, that's a lot of formats under one term. And if they are all technically live writing, what makes them different? So as you see here that we have different types or a big number of live writing essays. So how can we differentiate between them? And how can we decide which one we will use? So in next sections we will take each one individually with full explanation. The first live writing format that we have is autobiography. So autobiography is very easy to define. It is when you are writing your own life story. Reading autobiographies is interesting because you are reading the thoughts of the person instead of someone else's interpretation. So an autobiography is a self-written life story. If you look to this picture, you will find that the word autobiography divided into three parts. The first one, auto, which means self, okay? Something like it's automatically work by itself, okay? The second section is bio, which mean life, okay? And the last part is graphy or graph, okay, which mean printed or written. So if you collect all of these types together to become one word, self, life, written or writing, okay? So if we take as an example a full autobiography, traditional writing or essay, this would be the complete life story starting from birth through childhood, young adulthood, and up to the present time at which the book is being written. Authors might choose this if their whole lives were very different from others and could be considered interesting. So some authors, some people that some people have an amazing or interesting style of life, or they suffering from unusual circumstances, or they have a life full of adventures, so and they want to write about it, okay? This kind of essays or writings, it will be something interesting to read about, okay? So let's see one of the samples or outline samples how to write autobiography. Here we have a sample of autobiographical essay outline format. This sample divided into chapters. The first chapter we have an introduction. You are going to talk about yourself, about your name, the date that you born, or the birthday, the city, the place, the nickname. You are going to talk about some personal description, or you are going to describe your personality, such using such words like independent, self-esteemed, hyper, silly, rude, whatever, okay? So also you are going to compare yourself with someone else. In chapter 2 you are going to talk about your family or your friends, about your best friend, for example, about your brothers and sisters. In next chapter or chapter 3, you are going to talk about the first things happens to you. For example, first bike, first day school, first brother or sister. In chapter 4 and 5, you are going to talk about your hobbies, your activities, your favorite sports or favorite team, and so on. In the last chapter, which is chapter number 6, you are going to talk about your dreams and hopes, your goals, your aims, things that you want to do. You want to do it in your life, okay? This is about how to write. This is about the outline of how to write autobiographical essay. The second type of self-writing essay is biography. A biography is the life story of a person written by someone else. So, to differentiate between biography and autobiography, when you write about yourself, it's self-writing, okay? But biography is when someone else write about you. So some people may have their life story written by another person because they don't believe they can write, but they are still considered an author because they are providing the information. So people who doesn't like to write, but they have a story written by someone else about them, we call them an author. An author of the story. Why? Because they are still the source of the information. Okay, that's why even if they don't write the story by themselves, okay, so we call them an author because they are the source of the information, or they are providing the information. Okay. Biography literally translates to writing about life. The best thing about a biography is that you could be writing someone else's life story. So in next slides we will see here we have 5 paragraphs biography essay outline. Okay. The first paragraph include introduction. You will write about the birthplace, family background, and schools, college, and early young experiences. And the second stage or paragraph, you are going to write about adult life, which is in the body of the paragraph. The second body of the paragraph, you are going to write about famous years from your life. From your life, okay. And you are going to indicate what is this person's talent, what makes this person stand out, important accomplishments, important aims or goals that you achieved, okay. In the third body of the paragraph, you are going to write about famous years also, but here you are going to specify why this is a person one of the 100 most influential people of the year. According to Time magazine, for example, did they make the world better place? Did they affect people positively or negatively? Okay. In the summary or conclusion, you are give your opinion of them based on what you have learned doing your research, okay, and you are going to write a summary, your information, okay. So don't forget cover page, the title, your name, today's date, and picture of the person that you wrote the biography about him or her, okay. So this is a sample or outline sample of writing. The next type is a blog. A blog of the personal kind is a great way to express your thoughts and consider the gift of the digital migration. This is most like an online diary or journal located on a website which is full of useful and interesting content, tips, and resources. So the content of the blog typically includes text, pictures, videos, animated, and even scans from physical flying diaries or journals and other hard copy documents. Diary or journal. Another type of life writing. A diary is a private place where you can keep your thoughts, feelings, and opinions on everything from work to school and everywhere in between. There are all different types of diaries, like food diaries, health diaries, or academic diaries. But your diary doesn't have to be specific if you don't want it to be. It can also just be a place where you write about whatever you want if you are just getting started. Keys to successfully writing a diary. A diary is a personal journey and should not be compared to any other writings. But here are a few ways you can get the most out of your experience. Be honest. Be honest. Your diary is for your eyes only. So be honest with yourself. Don't hide anything or hold back. Be frequent. The more often you write, the better you become. Be natural. Don't try to write a certain way. Just be yourself. So the earlier you start keeping a diary, the more grateful you will be later on. So here we spoke or we explained another type of life writing, which is a diary. Diary, it's a kind of personal writing. It's not something for public. When you write diary, you need to explain or express yourself, to be honest with yourself. Just write down what you feel, your emotions, your feelings, your success or your successful experience, your time that when you're disappointed, everything about every day in your life. Okay, so this is another type of life writing. Another gift from the digital age is the email, the electronic letter. There are so many ways to save them. You can add them to drives, clouds, memory sticks, print them out, or take screenshots. Creating your narrative depends on the order your emails, which you can do by creating a chain of response. So when you try to communicate with people by using email, this communication will result a chain of response. So this is another type of real life writing. Like emails, letters can be collected and arranged to tell the story of a particular phase of life. You can document the growth of a relationship. A collection of letters from both writers can be paired together to provide a dual coverage of a topic. So when you have this kind of letters between two writers, this kind of collection or a collection of these letters will provide a kind of different opinion from both writers, okay? And that one will result to a topic that should be a good one. Memoir is a direct translation of the French word for memory. A memoir is a collection of memories that someone writes about her or his own life. While the memories can be public or private, a memoir is understood to be as factual as memory permits. Usually, a memoir focuses on a particular event, time frame, or a relationship. So, a memoir is a non-fiction book that presents a first-hand retelling of a period in an author's own life, okay? That means it's a particularly personal form of non-fiction writing. So people who write about themselves called memoirists, okay? Using first-person narrative voice and first-hand accounts for situations. Okay, compared to other forms of nonfiction, memoirs reveal more about their authors and those authors' life experience. Personalized essay or personal statement. These are compiled when applying to university or work. Often you will be told to act like you are promote your life experience. The point of this particular format is to make someone more likely to consider you for a role or for a job. Your essay can be the difference between an acceptance and rejection. It allows you to stand out from the rest of applications or applicants with similar profiles. This is an outline sample of narrative essay outline. You have an introduction, 3 paragraphs, each one have its, you can write details depending on the writing of the story. Testimonial. What is testimonial? Testimonial is an expression of appreciation. Testimonials are written or recorded statements that support your credibility and level of expertise. They are strengthen your reputation by expressing the trust that other people have in you and your business offerings. In this way, testimonials are an important form of social proof. Social proof is one of the 2 types of evidence you can include on your website. So, how to get testimonials? There are 2 ways you can ask for them and catch them as they flow past. The first approach is faster. The second approach is easier. So, number 1, asking for testimonials. Start with your super fans. These are your happiest clients and customers. They may have already offered to be a reference, so they will not mind the request. They might really want to help you. Here, an example of an email that asks for a testimonial. Here's an example of an email that asks for a testimonial. Hi there, I am writing to ask you if you don't mind giving us a short testimonial for our website. We are updating a few pages and I am hoping to add something from you. It would link back to your site, so it's actually a good thing for your SEO. Would this be okay with you? If this makes you even a little bit uncomfortable, no worries at all. But if you are okay with it, I can send you a very short blurb for you to review. Or you can write a sentence or 2 and send it over. Whatever is easiest for you. Thank you, Bob. So this is a type of testimonial. You can find more from the internet, find more samples from the internet and use it if you need it, okay? Why should you write about your life? The main reason we write about our lives and the lives of others is to share and reflect on our experience, thoughts and feelings with the world. Life writing is the ever-evolving method that humanity uses to document our own histories. It's a way in which we connect the present to the past and future simultaneously. Finally, live writing is the opportunity to share your experience with others. It gives reasoning to actions that might have previously seemed random. So when should you start live writing? You have just learned about the different formats and why live writing matters. What could you write? You can write a full autobiography, or you can write the biography of your personal hero, Also, you can collect your parents' love letters or emails and create conversation as their relationship grows. You can distress from your day by taking an account of everything that happened, just to see what still stands out in the future. Write a memoirs of your childhood or of the time you overcame hardship. Here are so many things that you could do. So, this is the end of the lesson. Thank you for listening and see you next lecture.